Being an existentialist. Okay, you're probably asking yourself, people use this term all the time. Like, I'm an existentialist. I'm going through an existentialist crisis, or an existential crisis. Or this is an existential event. Dude, do you even know what it means? Okay. Anyway, and I'm not going to get all like academic, like, I'm just telling you. Okay, existentialism. All right. Since Aristotle, since Plato, since the Greeks, since the first concept of God, or from the first concept of the universal good or any universal standards of living, okay, it was always believed that people were born for a reason, that there was an essence of your being, which is why you exist. Okay? In other words, you were born to carry out a purpose. You had an essence, therefore you exist, and then your job is to find out how you're going to carry this out in the world. Like, you someday will be walking through and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be a toy maker. I'm going to be a toy maker. Then you go make toys. Or, like in my case, you're like, oh my God, I need to be in cannabis. Fuck this teaching, dude. I want to be a cannabis dude. I can wear braids, wear shirts with my face on it. I can be a cannabis guy. It's my purpose for living. That's why I was born. So there was an essence of you, and then that's the reason why you exist. All the way until Soren Kierkegaard, which ironically, his father was a priest, and he was a priest too. Soren Kierkegaard several of his brothers died before they were the age of 10. He also thought he would die early, and he did. He died at like 42. Excruciating spinal disease. He was racing fate too, because he wrote books. Like, I think he released like 12 books in 1 year because he was racing his fate. He believed he was going to die young. But he was the one that coined the term existentialism. Existentialism means this, that you exist without any essence. You exist and then you choose your essence. In other words, you exist because God wanted to create life, or the universe, or some force wanted to create life in the universe. And that's why you exist. But there's really no essence. I mean, no one can tell you what to do, man. There's no reason for you to be born. And by the way, when you die, no one gives a shit either. In other words, your tombstone, and I've heard this before, the beginning date and the end date of your tombstone, that dash, that's your life. Welcome to the show. So existentialism means I exist and then I get to choose my essence. Okay? I get to go to college or I get to not to. I get to go save the whales. I get to wear braids or I get to wear dreads. I like big watches. I wear big watches. Okay? So being an existentialist means I don't have a purpose in life. I have to choose it for myself. Now, to most people, that sounds lonely. To me, it's liberating, beyond liberating. Okay? You get to choose what makes you happy. Okay? I wear fitted jeans. I'm wearing skinny jeans right now. They're pretty cool. They're nice. All right. And I like black belts with silver buckles. I like silver watches with big faces. I like to have braids. I like little glasses. I like purple shades because purple is my favorite color. Okay? I only drive Jaguars. I used to only drive Mercedes until the motherfuckers merged with Chrysler. And then being a Mercedes was a club. You'd go in, drop off your Mercedes for an oil change, and I'd take a loaner, and I'd be gone for like a week. 7 days later, here's the loaner back. Give my car back. Okay, yeah, hey, thanks for coming. And then they merged with Chrysler, and they said, oh, yeah, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? I walked across the street to Jaguar, bought a Jaguar. I've had like 4 Jaguars since. So now I only drive Jaguars. Jaguars the same way. I come in, there's coffee, the Starbucks coffee, there's donuts, there's croutons. People are talking to you, croutons. Oh, I'm getting tired. Yeah, there is croutons with salad. No, but it's like a club. You go in there, I like Jaguars, so I only buy Jaguars now. I only wear Converse shoes. That's it. My shoes, my closet, 9 pairs of Converse. I work in cannabis. I love cannabis. There's a certain type of girl that I mess with, a certain type of life I live. I go to the green door all the time. I like sex. I don't apologize for that. I like big money deals. I do big money deals. I like men with balls. I don't like deal with beta males, so I don't. comes from being an existentialist. In other words, what I'm saying is and this is how you can take it in your life to be an existentialist, okay? Read up on Nietzsche, Jean-Paul Sartre, Albert Camus. These are the three great existential philosophers of all time. These three. They'll help you a lot. Michel Foucault was also very good, even though he took a lot from Nietzsche. Okay? But Nietzsche, Albert Camus, Jean-Paul Sartre, these are the fathers of existentialism. And Soren Kierkegaard. Okay? And the good thing about being an existentialist, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Okay? Whatever you decide to do, that's your essence. If you decide to quit your job as an accountant and open a strip club in Las Vegas, because that's what you've always wanted to do, that's your job to do it. That's you choosing your essence. So to be an existentialist, do three things. Number one, find out who you really are. Like write down who you really are, like what you really want. Like write down what would make you incredibly happy, and then write down what you can't stand. Do as much of what makes you happy and do as little as what you can't stand. Okay? Start to rule the world by your rules. Get to, number one, know yourself. When there's no enemy within, no enemy without can prosper. Okay, I forgot who said that. Some great guy said that. But it's a great saying. So get to know yourself, know what you really, really like and what you really want to do, and then go do it. Number two, read Nietzsche, read Camus, read Jean-Paul Sartre, read Kierkegaard. I don't give you to watch YouTube, like understand, read them. And you'll start to understand the mindset. I used to walk around after reading Nietzsche. So walk around the library, like, man, I should throw myself off the fifth floor. I'm such a fucking idiot. I've been doing things for other people for so long. I've been following other people's rules for so long. I'm going to start following my own. And I was still following my own. I've been a CEO then for 10 years. I started doing my own shit. I've always done my own thing, but I was doing things that I thought would impress people, like owning hotels. I didn't even like hotels. I don't like all the regulations. But now I'm getting into cannabis. I love cannabis. I love the people in cannabis. I love the money from it. I love the type of deals that get done. And I love the sort of the federal government, the society, sort of aspect of cannabis. Okay, so number one, know yourself. Number two, read the classics. Read Nietzsche, read Albert Camus, read Jean-Paul Sartre, and read Soren Kierkegaard. Okay, number three, and this is the most important, to be an existentialist, live it. Live it. Grab your balls and live it. If you don't like suit shoes, throw them away. If you only want to wear suit shoes, throw them away. If you want to spend a whole year wearing a tie, do it. If you want to spend a whole year wearing yoga pants like I've been doing lately, do it. Do whatever the fuck you want. Okay, it's your life. It's one to a box. If you want to divorce your wife and find another girlfriend, do it. You want to leave your girlfriend and be gay because you're really gay, be gay. Go to the gay bar, hook up, get a gay guy. Be a gay dude. Just be yourself. The point of being an existentialist is like you choose your values. You choose what's worth it to you. And then you go live it. Okay? All right. So that's how you become an existentialist. Follow my three rules. One, know yourself. Get to know yourself. Number two, read the classics. Number three, take massive action. And man, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be so happy you did it. You're going to see things in yourself that you've never seen before. And you're going to really start to appreciate life. And every time you wake up, you're going to say what I say all the time. Like, how the fuck did I get this great life? I say this almost every other day. Like, man, I have a great fucking life. Like, man, I've got the best life ever. Why? Because you designed it. You designed it for you. It's specifically yours. So go create your life. Become an existentialist like me. Live your life your way, only your way. Do things the way you want it, when you want to do it, your way. That's an existentialist.